What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Utam Zupela is the name. And for this particular show, I go by iDyan on the run. You know what it is. You guys asked for it. I suggested it. You guys asked for it. And then we jumped onto it. You know what the story is, right? iDyan on the run, episode 1. And before I do all the talking, I want you guys to know that I've got a guest that's over here. And I want him to rather introduce himself instead of me stealing his thunder, because maybe he's got AKAs, maybe maybe busy PR zakhe, I don't know.
Lwando is the name. Good socials, the King Shode. EC Boy.
Yeah.
Little Makanda, Grahamstown.
Yeah.
City of Saints. Social runner, to call it that.
Are you a social runner?
I don't know. Do social runners go to Comrades?
I don't think they do. I think
but I can't be. I'm not an elite. I'm not even close to those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so social runner will be the one.
Fair. I'll ask you those questions now in terms of what is the difference between a social runner and an elite runner?
Hey, Fundin, I think elite runners guys are a skinny gang.
Okay.
Those guys that do like a sub-3 marathon.
Okay.
And like a sub-7 or winners of Comrades.
Okay.
But we had this conversation with one mate and he said, none of us are social runners if we're not podium finishers.
Oh.
Sorry, elite runners.
Yes, you're not elite if you're not podium.
Yeah, so it's neither here nor there. Luis, correct.
Yeah,
it's all political.
I don't think it's social. I think if you've got more than one medal, I'll say social because in a medal, you know what I mean?
And you know what I think it is with the medals?
Yeah.
You get to a point where you start, you have like your 5K, your 10K, you start collecting all these things.
Yes.
Memorabilia, uzifuna zonke. And then at some point, zonke zip back in and you don't care about them.
Correct.
Yeah, and then there's like 1 or 2 that really matter. But as for the most part, I know some guys that had these metal hangers.
Yes, I bought one of those.
Yeah, away, and then now what are you going to put there?
Yeah.
So now if no one is a rotator. Yeah.
Okay, this is the one, this is the one.
The last 2 years, this is what I've done.
Yes.
That's
all okay.
Yeah.
No, exactly that. And I think it makes me feel like a superhero.
Sure.
And medals is
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, explain this one I remember.
They always say, but part of the reason we run is so we can tell our friends we're running. So it's bragging rights. Like and it's 56 up. And you see how everyone gets so impressed. 56?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Were you ever at a time where that used to impress you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
was. I mean, 2016, 2015, when I started with park runs.
Okay.
Anyone that did 21 kilometers was very impressive.
Superhero.
Monty, Babeneza, beginning of the year, laser runs, right? Like a 10K. So I'd go do a 10K there. And yes, it would be great.
Okay.
Because you finish a 10K, your hour 20 minutes.
Celebrate.
Yeah. And then the next week, guys are running a 21 or 42.
Yes.
Like, yes, one day.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And then, Gengoku, how does that translate? So 2015, 2016 is when you kind of started running.
Sure. Yeah.
And you starting to run was you saying, Comrades?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I think running, because you see how lean runners look.
Okay.
Well,
because he's not a runner, but
no, I get that.
Yeah, sure.
So you start as a weight loss journey.
Right? Okay, so for you it started as
a weight loss journey. Went to a park run, did like 45 minutes, 50 minutes or something ridiculous like that. Well, it's not ridiculous, but for starters.
For sure.
Yeah, and then you start going frequently.
Yeah.
Because now you want to beat your time.
Okay.
And that's where it starts. You want to beat your time and you want to improve. And then you're like, and actually hanging around a lot of runners will launch you.
Yes, correct.
You've experienced this.
Absolutely.
So Lux used to say to me, Ndwana, I'm doing a 10K this weekend, come through.
Yes.
I'm like, how me Buddha, man? Still dealing with this 5.
Yeah.
And then eventually you go do a 10 you do 2 or 3 10s and you're
Yes.
like, oh, okay, maybe I can do a 21.
Sure.
So my first ever 21 was 2016 at Buffs.
Uyayikhumbula.
Yeah,
That was a long time. That was 9 years ago.
Yeah. Actually, so one thing about me, I can tell you the route. I can tell you where all the climbs are.
Oh,
like
wow.
I've got that kind of memory, especially when I'm running.
Yeah.
So I remember starting at Buffs early morning. We got dropped off. Go N6, and
Yeah.
now you must run back. Thing was so nice, bro.
Okay. Why
So
enjoy it?
nice.
Okay.
Until I got to Abbotsford.
Okay.
You go under that bridge, and then it was like Willersdale, and then there's like a massive climb there. Yes. I hated
sola.
it. And it was about the last 5 kilometers of it.
Okay.
I hated it.
Oh, no.
Went all the way to the end. Out the Buffs, there's a little climb back to the cricket stadium.
Yeah.
And you run up there, and you're like, why am I doing this shit? And then the next day, you can't even move. Everything aches.
Yeah.
And you end up like regretting everything.
Correct.
3-4 days later, ukhangelenya race.
Fresh. Fresh. Because now you're looking at your medal, you're looking at your race t-shirts, you're looking at
medal.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I see people, especially people that have started running, the Medal Monday thing is a big culture now.
Yes.
And everyone wants to post a medal on a Monday.
Exactly.
So it's a thing.
Ndiyakumbula nam towards the end of last year, after I ran my first marathon, then the medal Monday. And then after they've been kangali race every weekend because I'm just every weekend you post a medal. Crazy. So you start running, right?
Sure.
So you start running fives as a weight loss thing, right?
Loss thing, yeah.
And then you upgrade to like a 10.
Sure.
And then utubale ko 10, then you run your first 21.
Sure.
Then it's like, okay, ndiyakwazi mos uyenza le way.
Yeah.
I-weight gain iphike ngoku at that time.
Let me tell you what. So you feel lighter, firstly, right?
Okay.
Yeah, get the visible weight loss that people will see or not see.
Yeah.
But when you feel good.
Yeah.
You know that you can carry this weight now.
Sure.
So you know that, okay, now that I can carry the weight, I can then start running a little faster.
Okay.
Right? Now it's you versus you kind of thing.
Correct.
Where now you want to just beat your time. Now you just want to get better at every run.
Yes.
Right? Then, now I want to get to the Comrades question.
Okay.
2018. So now I was on and off running.
Oh, okay. You're not full-time on.
Consistent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, on and off.
Ke winda ubale.
I asked the winter between May and running season. September.
Sure. Yeah.
So 2018, Luke's in East London wanted to do Comrades. It was his first Comrades.
Okay.
So I went to go support him.
Okay.
I was doing a down run. Hey, brah, you know when you watch people's faces and you see how miserable they look and how painful this thing is.
Yeah. Correct. Kuphela nomntu friendly. Someone was saying nomntu extrovert oncumayo.
I was like, how do people do this shit?
Yeah.
I will never do this.
Yeah.
I don't even understand why you get to a point where you actually want to do this thing.
Sure.
Right? Finished well. Not Tsepi. So now I was there for his first one at the year. Man.
Okay.
The vibe is everything.
Absolutely.
You love the vibe. It's like a great organized race. But I had no ambitions to run it at the time.
Okay, so you go there, you watch these oaks, and you see the aftermath, but you were like,
nah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the guys on support.
Bruh, I moved to Joburg later that year, 2018.
Yeah.
2019, we were drinking the whole night the night before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, as this guy starts talking about running, he adds me to a group.
Oh, right then and there on the spot.
Dude, a group called We Are Runners.
Okay.
Yeah. That changed everything.
Okay.
That changed the game for me.
Yeah.
I remember 2019, I ran my first half marathon again now since 2016.
Yes.
And it was Pirates.
Okay.
You know how tough that
is.
Yes,
yeah.
These guys made me run that thing post Pirates. I think it was around March.
Yeah.
But they were training for Comrades.
Okay.
They had an up run. This chap was unconvinced to run my first marathon in May.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
And they're like, you've got a talent for this thing.
You can do it.
I was like, fuck. Tickets on Ongwadi, they kept on insisting, but dude, just go there, run slow, run easy, you'll be fine. So yeah, went and did it.
Went and did the 42.
My first marathon was Wally, Hayward, 1st of May. Ran a 5:09 there.
Okay.
Right, for my first one.
That's good for a first marathon.
So
absolutely.
What I did was the first, because it was a double lapper.
Yeah.
The first lap, I stuck with them. They had a bus for qualifiers. Stuck with them the first lap, dropped off the second lap, and then just negotiated
your way through the other 21.
Dude, I got home. I was broken. And in the tendons, everything was just painful.
They exist.
I think for the first time on the Monday, I had to take anti-inflammatory, and I called in work sick. I was like, I can't make it.
And easy.
Yeah. Don't go. You understand?
Yeah.
And I knew then that I'm never going to do Comrades.
Okay. Oh, you say in denial at that stage.
At that time, I was like, I'm never going to do Comrades. This thing is tough.
Yes.
I just ran my first marathon.
Yeah.
So these guys give us a structured training.
Okay.
They're like, listen, this is what you'll do on a Monday. This is what you'll do on the weekend. If you do this, we are all going to Cape Town Marathon, and you're going to have a decent time at Cape Town Marathon.
Okay.
I'm like, sure, go away. We go through the training through winter, and Balega no Lungi at the time.
Yeah.
I think we started doing the Vitality Series.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, just to prepare for a Cape Town Marathon.
Yes, correct.
Did the Vitality Series, started improving on my time, on my 21 time. I was like,
feeling better, looking better.
Yeah. I mean, did 2:10 on a half marathon. That's actually quite a decent time.
Yeah.
Then I went to Cape Town.
Okay.
So my deal was, if I qualify for Comrades at Cape Town, then I'll go.
Your deal was, if you run under a certain time.
If I run under 450 at a Cape Town Marathon, then I'll go to Comrades in 2020.
Yeah. What was that? You not believing that you would run under 450?
Because remember, I ran 5:09, right? And I didn't think I'd run under 5 hours.
Yes.
Because that thing was painful.
Yes.
So I knew that it's not going to happen, but I had been putting in the work since May.
Yes.
Right? So now I had been running.
And also, bargaining chip yako emachiteni to say, chance, I'll go run.
But if I can't get the qualifier, it's not happening.
Go.
And then I was like in my greatest shape, bro.
Yeah.
I can't, Bananza High School, the last time I looked that good.
Nice. And now you can see it. You don't only feel lighter, but you look lighter.
Everyone can see it now.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, say, hey, when... Yeah, so did Cape Town, ran a decent time, 4:32, comfortable. I think Anfika Kwakwenye bridge, makeshift bridge, we been pike up. Started taking selfies there.
Nice.
That's how good
having a good run.
40 kilometers. Started taking selfies, ran all the way, kumnand.
Yeah.
So now you've already committed to Comrades now.
Clean, because now you've qualified.
Correct.
Now you have to do it.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then we started running. There's a tough one. Was.
Yes. 32 Ks.
Tough one time was decent.
Yeah.
Then Tumi and I, we decided, okay, after a tough one, there's a run called Run for Bibles.
Okay.
Centurion.
Okay.
Right. And I'm like, okay, Tumi, non pace of 420. Since I'm going to this Comrades thing, so I may as well go look and get a better seating.
Correct.
You know?
Okay.
So
seating for a person who's watching who might not know is where you get to start in the race, right? So seating starts very often from like A, B, C, D, and then they'll start a couple of minutes apart in order to make sure that everyone has got enough space to kind of run and it's not too congested. And you really want to, well, the competitive guys like Lwando, they want to get good seatings. Tina, we just want to run, Tina, the rest of us.
So I'll explain why.
Yeah.
Two Oceans is different than at Comrades. Because the Two Oceans, bagi kuhambe, first seating.
Yeah.
And then Zimane sees the batches.
Yes, correct. Like almost like 2 minutes apart or something like that.
But at Comrades, when that gun goes off, all your watches start.
Okay.
So there's plus 10 to 15,000 people.
And you're all starting at the same time.
You're all starting at the same time.
Yeah.
Correct. So at least your first kilometer
Yeah.
will be about 11 to 13 minutes
Oh no.
because you're walking. You can't run.
Oh no.
You understand?
Because it's so congested.
It's kugcwele abantu anywhere, everywhere.
Yes.
And then when you start running, your first kilometer is going to be slow.
Yes, correct.
But now you need to work that time back to what you want.
Yes, correct. Because now it's put you out. Because now you've had a 13-minute first kilometer and a half. You must now run faster.
Cut it back. And you don't want to run fast at Comrades.
You can't.
That's better later.
Yeah, it's like 89 Ks, mate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got fixated with the seeding.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get 420 is F seeding.
Okay.
Right. So it ends go H, which is your qualifying pace.
Yes.
H, and then there's G, then there's F. And so
Okay,
forth.
sure.
So Tumi and I went and tried and attempt this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. Didn't happen.
Okay.
I was being ambitious because the tough one was like a week before, and that thing is tough.
So you're tired?
Yeah, tired.
Yeah.
Fatigue.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
So throughout December that year, I'm running, training for this thing. I need to get my 420.
Yeah.
We come back from holidays.
Yeah.
And the first marathon that I'm running, this is now 2020.
Yes.
The first marathon.
Your first Comrades year.
First Comrades.
Yes.
First marathon that I'm running is Johnson Crane.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to Johnson Crane. I'm chasing 420.
Uh-huh.
Get there, I get 428. Okay. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Because I'm in December holidays.
Yes.
Eastern Cape.
Yeah, they just needed to cut the race down by 1.5 kilometers and you would have been in.
Fine.
For sure.
So I chatted to this one guy from gym. I took Craig you know what? Don't go chasing all these races.
Yes.
Because you're not going to get your time.
Zaucha.
Yeah. Just train.
Yeah.
Now your next marathon needs to be Val.
Yeah.
Yeah? Then there you'll get a better time.
Yeah.
Sharp. Fab. No marathons.
Training.
That train like that. Sive ke ngoku nge-COVID. Yeah? But I kafika apha eMzantsi seyinto yapha kwe-Wuhan. I go run Val. Yeah, I smash Val.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Nice.
got my 420.
Okay.
Got
Lekker.
my 420 Val. Moving at 6 minute per K. Flying throughout the whole thing. Defeating.
Yeah. Zindambo, boy.
Then the first ultra, Dam. It's in March.
Yeah.
I go run Dam just to see further I can cover the distance.
Yeah.
Do Dam, and then post Dam, COVID happens. Lockdown.
Akubalekwa ke
No
ngoku.
Comrades.
No race, no nothing.
And then I already signed up for both Two Oceans and Comrades.
Yes.
This year. Yeah. Now if we must stay fit, because I could beg a fitness, boss.
Awukwazi uyithatha uyifake.
And another thing is you don't know when this thing is going to end.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And we all thought it was going to be that initial 3
they were
weeks,
like
4
21,
weeks.
21
Yes.
days after that, they sharp.
Yeah.
And then they started opening up a radius, that 5 kilometer radius.
Yes. You can run in your hood within 5 Ks.
So there, got a couple of gens together.
Yeah.
Songa, we've been itching to run.
Radius yakho.
Radius,
Sure.
we did break a couple of rules, but
This is not the show for that.
so what we did was we did organized runs where
Okay.
we would we started at my place,
Yeah.
we'd move around each area.
Okay.
We started running.
All right.
And that was great. I mean, that was phenomenal for fitness purposes. We
Correct.
just kept it that way.
Yeah.
Rotate, go to this guy, run in Soweto, run in Midrand.
Because in your heads, you're still thinking you're going to run Comrades.
Kaloku now, see, Yegil 2020. 2020 didn't happen.
Oh, okay. It didn't happen at all.
We had a virtual run. I mean,
Yes.
it didn't happen. So now we're thinking 2021 is going to happen.
Yes.
2021 doesn't happen.
Yo.
Now this thing gets moved out. Then they announce 2022 August.
Yes.
And now as a KZN, how warm it is there,
Yes.
humid it is. So August already, you're not sure.
Yeah, correct.
So we went sure about it. I didn't even think I was going to go that year until I went and qualified the Iron. Because I was just running that year. And qualified the Iron. So now all roads lead to Comrades now.
Okay.
Yeah, so the preps are on.
And now, so at this point now, you've qualified for Comrades like almost like 2 years before, right? And now you have to keep qualifying. Fine.
Yeah.
But now Comrades wasn't even like your thing, your reason.
It's never my thing.
So then why are you still running at this point?
So at this point, Galoku, you're maintaining it. you know that you can run, right?
Okay.
You know that you've gotten your PB.
Yes.
Right? You know that the next thing that needs to happen for you is get another PB. I mean, sinjalo thina mos, we're that ambitious.
Yeah.
You can tell someone now that they can run a 10K in 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they run it in 1 hour, 19 minutes.
Yes.
They're going to go on to run it in 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Correct. Because if I can do this, then I can do that. Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And also, especially, actually, I could have pushed a bit more.
You had something in the tank.
Yes, Bana, you do have this thing in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so ke ngoku ubalekiswa yilondo leyo now. The competition is on. Ka you versus you.
But then that's not all.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm a big boy.
Okay.
Ne? Every race that I go to, no one believes that I can do that race.
Ah! So now you're running for the haters.
For the haters, bro. Anyway, there's a guy that I met. Sasa Yobaleka, it's 2020.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2022. Yobaleka Omdidam, and this guy says to me, "You don't look like a rat now." I know.
To your face, do you know this guy?
Yeah, I don't know him. But by so.
You are standing on the start line.
Before goes your collector in those eight.
You
Says to
joking?
me, "You don't look like a runner. You sure you're gonna do this thing? This thing
Man,
this thing
Lwando,
is
man.
50 kilometers. This thing is tough."
Yeah, that's right. 50 kilometers.
The chap, I'm like, so, and the annoying part about runners, running is fun.
Yeah.
And runners are great people.
For the most part.
But toxic.
Ni toxic. It is toxic. You're a runner. Toxic
So he
how?
says- he says to me, but dude, this thing is tough.
Kodwa?
Have you ran anything further than 10K?
Man, Lwando, man.
Siyancokola, but uyabona umuntu akafuna uba ngathi
Yeah, uyakutesta.
uyakunyanza.
Yes.
Yeah. And now I have to pull out my phone now. And then he wants his stats, the chap. Like,
Also,
saying,
why do you feel like you need to do that?
dude, you need game recognizes game funding.
Masam.
I'll go weak. Bruh. So I show this guy my stat, and he looks at me and he's like, "Hey,
Mind boggled.
I'll follow my motivational speaker." Now he gets inspired, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, now he gets inspired and he's like, and then I show him my time here, Omdidam
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've never ran this time there.
What?
This thing is so tough. I've never ran this time. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what do you do? Yeah. So now it became about that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can show you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can
sure.
make you believe.
Correct. And become healthier all while doing it.
Correct. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that was the drive, Gengo.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, no, it's fine. I know you don't believe me. And every time, most races,
Yeah.
someone comes and shakes my hand, post that race.
Oh, bakubukela all along when uzibalekela.
Yeah. And
That's
chap
wild.
yati on, I can't remember which race it was. Yati go, I'm gonna stick with you because I know that you run well. I was like, okay, so niyanibona mos.
Ujongiwe under surveillance the entire time.
Yeah. So that's why it's these toxic runners. Ungacinga uba wena abantu are minding their own business.
Yeah, can't
but
you know?
Yeah.
No, I think now I've been part of that toxicity. Like when I started running seriously.
Sure.
When I started running seriously socially, right?
yeah.
Where you get to a start line. And xa ujongile uthi
And ikhona mos nalalo ukuthi pick a runner.
ewe.
Njengoba ubaleka ukuthi just pick someone.
Yeah.
Make sure ba le ayizongishiya.
Yeah. And the amount of times that I've picked a runner, yandishiya ayabonakala, I can't even count.
Because the thing is, you don't know what that person does.
At all.
Awuyazi training yalamdu. You don't know what they do when they wake up in the morning. You don't know what they eat.
You know
what I mean?
nothing. You know nothing. Ujongile, face value.
Racing and you're like, yo, into chengaka.
Yes.
I know she idea.
Our nose. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's the one thing that I've learned to kind of change from the toxic side of wena to now I'm most in awe at a start line.
Yeah.
We start line and you look
The
around
different people that are there.
and you're like, yo, especially abantu fika number
Yeah.
70.
70? Ah, puta. Une 40 years of experience of running.
Dog.
Nawudila ngawo endleleni.
Dog, there was a 70 that passed me with 2 Oceans a couple of weeks ago. He passed me that 70, and on his bib, it was written that he'd also completed 42
Two Oceans.
Oceans ultras, meaning that before I was born, ibaleka 2 Oceans
Yeah. Wena ngizashiya lo muntu.
What?
Uyazi kona to kona i2 Ocean.
What gqithathe ekekele icala.
Banana ntsiki running style sabe siyi1. Izobetha lento yakho kokoko. The whole
It's
way.
wild. Yeah. So for me, that I took as a point of such inspiration. But it's very interesting. And mamele wena ke ngokusithi, for you, also you took something from it, but wena ujonga from a mna maybe ndiyi running size, you know. So no one would ever say that to me. But for wena, there's people that actually can't hold themselves. Ba umntu ayithethe loo nto leyo. And you use that as fuel.
Correct.
To keep yourself going.
Correct.
Now, 2022, cool. We're gonna go back to your first Comrades, if you'd like.
Yeah.
But then now, let's fast forward now to 2025.
Okay.
Why?
Why am I going back?
Why are you running? Why are you still running?
Hey, brah.
You've proven whatever you need to prove. You still want to get faster. Like, why now? Why?
I don't have the Comrades medal, bro. I don't have it.
Monkey on your back.
It's not gonna go anywhere. And last year, we finished it 2 Oceans. Clearly, we turned as a run zone. And I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not gonna run these ultras anymore. I mean, for health reasons, 5K is more than enough.
Correct. The heart rate that you need and everything.
Everything
Right.
Yeah. And another thing that I always do to myself, when I'm not running, I'm more at gym.
Okay.
So in the business iron.
Yes.
Then when I stop that, so all the weight gain comes back very fast.
Okay. Then you just balloon.
So anyway, back to the tent, yes, run zone.
Yeah.
There's a lady run zone called Candice. You'll hear about Candice.
Okay.
She supports Graham a lot.
Okay.
Candice says, in 10 years' time, when you look back, this is the thing that you're going to wish you had done.
Comrades.
Anything.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
If you don't do it now.
Yeah.
In 10 years' time, when you can't do it anymore, when you're not physically able to do it, you're going to wish you had done it.
Candace, stop it.
You know what I mean?
Yo.
that got to me.
I like that because you can apply it across your life.
Correct. It was like, in 10 years' time, when you look back, this is when you're most able to do it. So
Correct.
why aren't you doing it?
You're not going to be more able the older you get. Wow. Now, I
had written Comrades off.
Man.
Because remember, I even said to the guys in my other running group, I said to them, firstly, there's less than 1% of South Africans that run Comrades.
What?
Yeah.
No ways.
Look at your stats. Yeah?
Wow.
There's about 58 million people?
Yeah.
And each year there's about 15,000 people that run Comrades. And out of the 15,000, a majority are return soldiers. And there's like a new batch, Hlambi.
Correct.
2,000, 3,000 people.
Oh,
so if you look at those numbers, right, it's around less than 1% of the country's population that runs Comrades.
Crazy.
You understand?
Crazy.
If I block that 1%, I don't have to worry about not having a Comrades medal.
Clean.
You understand? Yeah. I can leave all running groups.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. I don't have wonke omnye umntu endichomene naye thinks I'm crazy when I say ngizayobala ku-90.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But ingxaki ilapha kum ngoku.
Yes. Yeah. Monkey ilapha.
So now, how dare you fail yourself?
Don't do that.
Now it's not about people anymore now.
Yeah.
It's not about whether I talk to Comrades runners or not.
Yes.
Now, I know that at one point of my life, I pulled out on something that I could have done.
That you had more than the ability to do.
Correct.
And you just didn't do it. And now, every year that passes, it's just going to be more difficult.
La race. Because I love running.
Yes.
I love runners. I watch most of these races.
Correct.
And I'm going to wish I did.
Whoa, Lwando, bra.
And the reference of me finishing Comrades is the time that I came in Moses Mabhida and missed the Comrades.
By how much?
2 minutes.
No! 12:02.
12:02.
Awafumana medal. I mean, you finished.
And when I was running in, I was strong. 12:02.
Lwando.
And it takes 2 minutes.
No,
I got 2 minutes.
no, dog. No, bruh.
12:02, bruh.
Yo, how? I'm not even gonna ask like how you got there and like
So let me
This is just stressful, man.
let me tell you what happened.
Oh, I don't wanna lie, dog. Yo.
No. Listen,
And you're still trying to get that medal.
Listen, I got emotional and I got over it.
But now nengani man brama. 2 minutes, kaloku 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes,
So
Lwando.
people will say, but you ran it and finished it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you ran it and finished. But I medal, and I can't pull the video every time to show people that I ran that thing.
You don't want to do that.
I ran Comrades. Here's my video. No, because it's a sad video to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be showing people that all the time.
No, obviously, because
Yeah.
now you also have to go back and relive that
Correct.
moment.
And so let me tell you this.
Nangam, you didn't end at like my 60 Ks. You ran the full thing,
Got there.
2 minutes over,
Yeah.
and it was over.
Yeah, it was over.
You are bro. What did your psychiatrist have to say after that when you got back to Joburg? Because
Ebra, done in a PTSD after that race.
Enzima.
So here's what happens. Start the race. It's by 3.
Yeah.
Dim Gumaling Avish.
Sure.
Running nicely together.
Pauline.
Gumandik Polio. We had planned to run that way. Because
Sure.
we knew that first half, and that's what they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Nangoku, I think Perez a thing on the 30th
Yeah.
for novice. And he'll tell you first half of Comrades,
Yeah.
run easy.
Chill.
Don't chase it.
Yeah.
Run easy. You're going to need all that energy
Yeah.
after 55 kilometers.
Okay.
So, command, simane sishiyana apha endleleni.
They
They leave me, I catch up with them. We leave one guy, we catch up.
Yeah.
Because we had said we'll run together until one person can't. And
Yeah.
then you must just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sharp. They leave me around Drummond, that's around 42.
Yeah.
Bavaye, disappear, start following them. I don't see them on the route. Then I catch up with them around Pinetown.
Yeah.
Sfag Bimnant, then Bapinde Banshi, just before Cowies Hill.
Yes.
Banshi, Cowies Hill.
What are the kilometers?
Cowies Hill is about 72,
Okay.
75 kilometers.
Yeah.
Banshi, Pa. Then we get to Sherwood. And Fika at 80, the last cutoff. Sherwood, Watch is dead.
Okay. Now you don't have a sense of
Then
time.
Watch dies. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's 81 kilometers. I
Yeah.
have about 9 kilometers
Yes.
to go.
Okay.
So now I don't have
But you
no
were
sense
still
of
on
time.
target before you watch Yako.
The sharp.
Okay.
Because I pulled out my phone, check time of day.
Yeah.
The sharp. Yes, start going.
We explore. Ilanga lindaoni. Oh, if the sun is there.
Yeah, shift. I start going, I start moving. Around 84 kilometers.
Yeah.
It climbs under that bridge and then it drops.
Yeah.
I get to the top. But now, there's a lady called Uvu, who was always our seconder.
Okay.
Runs for multi-choice.
Okay. Seconder being a person.
That supports you on the road.
Yeah, so a group of people that support you on the road. They take your supplements, your food, your stuff like that.
So about more seconders on down, but she had 65. And
Okay.
at the time, I was still feeling good.
Yes.
Sharp. Uvuvathi kum, hey, ingathi uzaba late.
Under pressure.
So the thing about the runners, the runners that are seconding you, they know when you're running behind time.
Yes.
And you see them from their faces.
Yes.
And xa abantu bekubona uba you're not going to make it, they're not going to say it.
But to
they'll
say
try.
it, ndikujongile.
Yabona uba used umntu. He's sad for you.
Yeah.
Hey, get to the top. Hey, I see a bus there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, start pushing.
A bus is a group of people, right?
Bus is a group of people.
Sure.
But this bus was an unofficial bus.
Okay.
So bonke aba bantu bawe from an official bus.
Okay.
So batokelelana, basiyeni.
Let's keep
But the
pushing.
problem with them is that babelonchana.
Yes.
Because I'm late and they're ahead of me.
Yes.
And they're walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolting down. Here I find Mali in this bus.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you doing here? It was like, I'm in a bus. I'm like, no, dude. This is not it, Masambe. While his brother was on the side of the road, he gave me a Powerade. That's the fastest Powerade I've ever drank. 2 seats, pelile, bra. Now we're on the flat going to Moses Mapida.
Yeah.
Hey, we're pushing. That year we ran our fastest splits at Comrades.
Okay.
Hey, we push normally. We push. There's a guy on the side of the road. He said, "Gents, you're 2 kilometers away." I'm like, we're still running? Still 2 kilometers?
I know 2 kilometers.
Push. And I say to Malik, I'm trying to go, man. At least one of us needs to finish.
Okay.
But at this time, I'm like, I pop.
Because now you're out.
Body's giving me.
Tank yako iko empty.
I'm like, just go, boy. You know?
And he's like, no, come, let's go. And now like you're arguing.
He goes, landele. I remember as I was about to enter Moses Mapida, my next session was outside there.
Okay,
right?
There's like a time board.
Yeah. And it said 11:59:40.
That's 20 seconds.
Now you still need to get under the tunnel, get on the grass, and still run to the finish.
That's probably what, just under a kilometer.
Under a kilo. Probably like 400 to 500 meters.
For 20 seconds. No, man.
It's not gonna happen.
And then you stop running, my boy, at least.
I start running. Yeah. I'm pushing.
What? Okay.
You never know.
Okay.
You never know.
Maybe the time is, maybe the official time is wrong.
You never know. I'm still
no.
pushing. As you come under the tunnel to the grass,
Yeah.
you hear the trumpets of fallen soldiers.
The trumpets of fallen soldiers now is kuvaliwe.
Kuvaliwe.
That's it.
That's the most heartbreaking thing that you'll ever hear in your life.
No, man. No, man.
Oh! I think if Zazingeko that trumpet, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Yes.
But
if it was just silence and whatever.
So when I watch videos of both Mali and I, when he got there, as they were playing the trumpets, he took off his cap, and I did the same.
Oh, my daughter.
Sasko. He was a minute late. I was 2 minutes.
Oh
late.
no, Brazi.
We just stood there. We were like.
But you stood there after.
You're not gonna get
you crossed the line.
You've crossed the line. You're not
gonna get
as a chap who's better human chain. Finishers
and then just go find your families and just go home.
Just go home.
Oh, dog. Now you have to. I get it, but you have to get a medal now.
So post that. Every night, I woke up at like 2 a.m. Jay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's heartbreaking. I don't think it gets more heartbreaking than that. I think it's better maybe you at 80 kilos. You're like, no, I give up or whatever they can. Kafana, my man.
2023.
Bro, not another. No, there can't be another horror story. That's impossible. There's no way.
2023.
The year before.
After 2022.
2022 is heartbreak, 2 minutes over.
Yes.
2023, next year,
the following
revenge run.
Yeah, I go back. Now, it finishes at Kingsmead.
Yeah.
I think something was happening in Moses Mapida. So
yeah.
They moved the finish to Kingsmead. When they did that, they changed the times of all cutoffs. They cut them short by 10 minutes.
That's a lifetime.
You understand?
Yeah.
Considering that age badge,
yeah,
you already lose that 10 minutes.
Yes.
Then they cut all.
So now it's 20 minutes. Essentially.
All 10 minutes. All cutoffs. So that year, I was literally chasing cutoffs.
Oh. Life, you're not chasing a finish line. You're chasing the next cutoff point. The next cutoff point.
When I get to Pinetown, that's when you can recover your time.
Yeah.
Right? It's down, but still it's not a comfortable down because it's camber.
Yeah.
So you can't like run it properly.
Yeah.
You must choose where you want to run, high or low.
Yeah.
So you can't really push. But the nice thing about it gives you that relief. So after 55, 58, the route goes down. So now you can recover the time that you lost. Right?
Yeah.
So started recovering the time. Looked at my phone. My estimated finish time was 11:52.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
happy.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Well, plenty of time.
Yeah.
Look at my watch. Sharp. Get to Pinetown. Can't sit at Pinetown. Figure so I run for Standard Bank.
Yeah.
And Otumi Bapa start bank tent and they run with me for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
But now I'm feeling fresh now
Yeah.
because they asked, but like say, on.
Umhle.
On city by in town. Cut off.
Roadblock. And the thing is how far?
They cut off. It's a kilometer to go.
Oh no. Was it tight, man? Is the timelines up?
Ebra, that one, I was like.
And you get cut off, ufila right, ufila nice. You're not ultra broken.
70 kilometers, they cut
off.
you off. Ne? But the people they're arguing, they're like, we are fine. And I look at my watch as well. Ne? I'm at 70 kilometers. Comrades that year was 87, 88. Ne? And I had 2 hour 10 minutes.
You're still gonna make it.
No, 2 hour 30 minutes. Actually,
to run 17 kilos.
To run 17 kilos. I was like, the hell.
Cut off. Pela
Cut off.
Now let's
But to make apology after that.
And the medal, right?
But yeah. But to make apology.
Give you percentage off the next Comrades.
50% off the next Comrades.
Horrid.
I was like, I'm never going back to that race. Because clearly, I ain't lungeli fondini. Asihlangani into zam.
Kona lo mama.
Yeah, fondini pheke luphula.
Ebuti, so now you're running this year.
So last year I took a sabbatical.
Okay, fair.
Took a
Understandable.
Yeah. I was like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
So I'm running this year.
You're running this year.
But here's the wildest part again.
Yeah.
Anka qualified.
My dog, we're in the last week of April now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Submission year qualifiers in the 5th of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was so submit till
Dine race on Thursday.
Top man. Okay, all the best. No. And you're running in your hometown, yeah?
No, I'm going to East London.
Okay. Okay.
So
Not Grahamstown. East London.
Coastal.
Okay.
Breathe.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay. Lekker. Now, enough of the sad stories.
Sure.
Right? I want us, before we head to the last kind of segment, to speak about the happy stories.
Okay.
You don't have a Comrades medal.
Yeah.
Do you know how many medals you have?
Should know.
Okay.
I stopped counting.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you. I asked you to bring your favorite medal.
Yes.
What medal did you bring?
Yeah, boy. This is my 2 oceans.
Okay.
Which camera should I show it to?
You can, at this stage, you can show it to all of them, boy.
This was my 2022 to 2023.
Can I hold it?
This was my first 2 oceans.
Nice. Okay. 2 Oceans Ultra 56Ks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was there I fought there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell me why this is your favorite medal.
Hey, brah, you know what? It's gonna come back to another sad story.
No. Because you overcame.
No.
You used to time. You've got 1 minute to tell me why this is your favorite medal.
So there, I went there undercooked.
Okay. Undertrained. Yeah.
I just came off an injury.
Okay.
And my physio was like, "You can do it."
Okay.
So the nice thing about this is why I enjoy physios that are runners or sports people.
Okay.
Because they know what it takes.
Yes.
And they'll lead you to the right direction.
Okay.
And I ran with my boy, Macobs.
Yeah.
And my Gobs and I were pacing each other.
Yeah.
Chapman's Peak, go down, Constantia Neck.
Yeah.
We're just negotiating.
Nice.
And the thing about it, people will always talk about the beauty of the race. When Chapman's
big. If we are go, you see nothing. Yeah, you seeing red.
But that year, Chapman's Peak, I enjoyed it.
Okay, nice.
I took selfies.
Yeah.
Started running it nicely. We ran walk, conversation, command.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was one race that I actually was unfit, but I enjoyed.
Okay. Yeah. And you made it. And here you are with a medal. Okay. Let's hope in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have a post Comrades with maybe a couple more other people. And You're going to be in that group.
Metal Monday.
for you, it's going to be a medal rest of the year. And that's what it's going to be. And absolutely like everything of the best with that.
Thanks.
I'm running my first one as well. And I'll tell the short story of I'm running now because of you. I don't think you know that, but I run now and I'm running because of you. Because I met you socially through a friend, and you guys were doing this whole running thing, and you gave me that positive peer pressure.
Sure.
Of, but come on, Donna, you can do it.
Yeah.
And you used to say, no, stop wasting the potential. And I'm running now because of you. That's why when it comes to running stuff, I listen to you so much. And like I ran my first half marathon under 2 hours. The thing away,
Sure.
You can do it, guy. You're lazy. So now, like, I'm literally reaching my ultimate form because of you, and I've got you to thank for that. And thank you so much. You've made me realize so many things, and you've made me gain so many things. So half my medal actually is you.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'll keep my medal,
pleasure,
but
man.
I'll dedicate it to you. So let's go get, absolutely. So let's go get those medals this year. There's no other way. And then after you get the medal, you still run.
So after I get my medal, I'm coming back for the people that think I'm too slow.
Okay.
But
But what about you? Where's you in all of this?
me is the medal, bro.
Okay,
I
sure.
won't lie.
Yeah.
My blood, sweat, and tears are to that medal.
Okay.
The dedications are the thing that I had to put aside
Yeah.
just for that medal.
Yeah.
I mean, I told my boss the other day that even at work, if I perform, if I never understand,
Yes.
ndidiniwe, ndibobale good 15 or 20 kilometers on the Wednesday.
You're late, Dragon.
Ndizawubaleka on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So I need to get that medal.
Correct.
So Piespani Exco also has a bet about this medal thing.
Okay.
Because I've told them, by say, this thing is quite important.
Okay, for sure.
So yeah, there's been a lot of setbacks in the running this year.
Yeah.
I went to Elands, took chances there.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
I went to Irene.
Yeah.
I tried there.
This is you trying to qualify.
Yeah. Irene, I had to pull out.
Yeah.
That's when you were seconding me.
Yeah.
I had to pull out at Irene, and then ran my longest run last Friday.
Yeah.
Felt nice.
Okay.
Took it very easy. Did a 50.
Yeah. Nice.
Felt comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah. So next week.
See on.
It's on.
Okay, fantastic. I can't wait. I'm gonna, if there's a possibility to track, I'm gonna be tracking. It's gonna be super. And you're gonna qualify.
And
And
a video caller after boy.
my dog. I always video call people like when I'm feeling good.
During the run. Like this one.
No, absolutely. Everything of the best, my man. Everything of the best with your running as well. Quick question. Do you think the running has made you a better person or a worse person? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't do inspirational quotes or motivational speakers, to
Fair.
call it that.
Okay.
I think if you want to do something, just get up and do it. And that's what running does for you. So, I mean, running is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough when you wake up. It's tough when you get ready.
Yeah.
It's tough when you do your first 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
But the benefits,
Okay.
mentally,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
it shows up for you.
Okay.
If there's one thing that teaches you about life,
Yeah.
it's running. Get on the road.
Yeah.
The problems is zilungisa pha.
Yes.
I mean, half the time I run with my phone.
Yes.
And if there's anything at work that's bothering me or I'm trying to figure out,
Yeah.
ndiyakwazi uma ecaleni endleleni ndikhuphe ifone ndibethe notes zam because
Lekker.
I figured it out while I'm running. Put my phone back and continue with my run.
Nice.
So I don't think of a world where running doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's not there.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
And
nice.
people will be like, hey, but you don't look like a runner.
that doesn't,
But
that
it's not
doesn't
about
matter.
that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you recommend that to people close to you? You do. Here we are.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm a nigger. I tell people to run all the time.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
do.
Any
You do.
chance that I get,
Yeah.
go on a walk. Let's go run.
Yeah.
We'll do 3 kilometers.
Yes.
Like, any chance that I get.
Something. Yeah.
Like Grahamstown people, and I remember this. It was probably even before I moved to Joburg. I was still in Standon.
Yeah.
Dabatata on a 12K run. Bandu bagqibela nini ubaleka. No, not to high school, we exercise. Tata on a 12K run. We got back and we were all broken.
Yes.
Because I'm that person. I'll be like,
Absolutely.
no, we need to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, Laka. I love that. I love that. I think once you discover something that you feel like is giving you a gift, and you want to share it, that for me, you don't do motivational speaking, but you do motivational acting, I guess.
So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
So Ketso has been a bigger part of my running.
Okay.
That's the guy that introduced me to We Are Runners.
Yeah.
And he got his final 6-star.
Okay, cool.
This past
Running 6-star, running the
international
okay
races.
Yeah.
And we were having a chat before that. And he was saying to me, Lwando Shode, the things that I used to do for Wall
Yeah.
are the things that I see you doing now for other people. And that's what we're here for.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. We can all benefit.
Absolutely.
And we can all have a good time, and that's wonderful. Cool. That's 100%. Before we go, Gordon, I was also so short, guys. No ways. You wish a 10K would go by this quickly. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, right?
Sure.
And you just tell me, so I'm going to ask you, what do you prefer out of these two things?
Cool.
Right? I'll ask you about 10 questions, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Cool.
Road running or trail running?
Road running.
Morning run or evening run?
Used to be evening, now morning.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, it didn't matter.
Okay.
You still gain the same benefits if you go in the morning or evening.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is you have too many excuses in the evening.
Sure. Things creep
Work,
up. Yes.
everything,
Yes.
life happens.
Yeah.
So morning, you do it, you get it out the way.
Okay, cool. Even though you hate waking up.
Yeah, we fight. I always want to move the time.
Yeah.
Let's go at 6. But I go away. It's gotta happen.
Sure.
So now I've become a morning runner.
Okay. 5K race or marathon?
5K race or marathon?
Marathon. Also, when is the last time you ran a 5K race?
Bro, 5K race are hard. I was watching this thing on Instagram where they're saying a full-on 5K or a marathon.
Yeah.
I'd pick a marathon, bro.
Okay.
A full-on 5K. You're not stopping.
Yeah, you feel like you're dying.
You're out of breath, bro. Unzima.
Sure.
Marathon.
Okay. Speed work or long, slow distance?
Actually, I love both.
Oh, you do? You do. Yeah. Okay.
Both.
So both equally.
Yeah.
Nice. Running alone or with a group?
Depends.
Okay.
But mostly alone.
Mostly alone.
Really? Yeah.
Wow. So it's a crowd that's in a crunch-up.
So the thing is, nyan booties.
Okay. Fair.
Do you understand?
Fair. Yeah, that I get.
This past weekend, last Friday, I ran with Umolef in Eat.
Yeah.
They'll tell you at 10 kilometers, I asked them to go.
Yeah.
But at 30 kilometers, I appreciated them being there.
Okay.
At 40 kilometers, I told Molefe to take over.
Yes.
Because now when we climb, someone needs to chant, someone needs to control the breathing, control the pace.
Yes.
So that is the benefits of running with people.
Okay.
Because you get fatigued by thinking.
Correct.
You get tired of it because you need to think of the pace, you need to think of when to climb and all of those things.
Yeah.
So you end up at some point to go.
Okay.
So when you have people around you, they can always take over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Flat course or hilly course?
Give me a flat, bro.
Flat any day. Okay.
I do leg day.
All right.
And that's the misconception. I want to understand the flats are tough.
Yes.
Yeah. But flats need the leg day.
Okay. 100%. Running in the rain or in the heat?
Rain.
Rain. Okay. Happy. Long runs or short, intense runs? Okay. You've answered that one already. Cross training or rest days?
Cross training.
That's how to team.
Heat funding.
Right? On a rest day.
But I appreciate rest days.
Okay.
I actually realized the other day that I only had one rest day a week, which was a Sunday.
Okay.
And the rest of the week I was working out.
Yes.
Leg day Monday, running Tuesday to Thursday, gym Friday.
Yeah.
A long run Saturday. And the only day was Sunday.
Yeah.
So now I've put Friday as the rest day again. So I've got 2 now.
Oh, nice. Being kind to yourself. And then lastly, music while running or no music?
No music.
Okay,
I used to do music.
Just you and your thoughts.
I don't want music.
It's only the voices in your head that sing.
Voices in my head are far stronger than music.
Okay, all right, I like that.
I've got a rhythm as well while I run.
Okay.
So I always tap back to my rhythm.
Ah.
So even with my cadence, when I start failing, I always go back and I go to my rhythm.
Okay.
And then I'll go back again.
Okay, nice.
So people hear me chanting or doing these funny songs. I'm just fixing my rhythm.
Oh, nice. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, the social, not so social runner, Lwando Shode. Thank you so much for being brave to do the first episode of iDyan on the Run.
I didn't know it was the first episode. Well, that
was it. That was the first episode. What? Not you. So thank you so much to the guy that really was responsible for like 50% of why I got into running. Thanks for making the time and thanks for sharing your story. And I know that we're all rooting for you and we're all like super behind you for Comrades. And let's do what we got to do best, man. Thanks for taking your time and coming out, answering my silly questions. But I really think that someone out there watching is going to take something from this, right?
Sure.
Take whatever it is that you'd like to take from this. And phambili ngewo bra, slapha ngoku. Let's do what we got to do. And that's my song. That's my song. I learned Tibaleka Nekonce Ranas. And the song was, once we hit a hill, Irana, Yanyamezela, Irana, Yanyamezela. So absolutely, Masnyamezela chance. And thank you so much, Puti. All the best for Comrades. And we look forward to the post-Comrades interview.
Yeah.
We'll be telling our war stories, but also laughing because we would have been victorious.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, man, appreciate the invite.
Yeah.
And all the best for your
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know.
Kill it.
Absolutely. Let's do what we got to do. Guys, that's it for the first episode of iDyan on the Run. Lwando Shode's story, and we are going to get a lot of stories from our other guests to come. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, let me know what you think in the comments. Leave messages for Lwando. And we can take it from there. Thank you so much. Sibling Rivalry, iDyan on the Run, over and out.
Thank you, guys.